bloated, still bloated from yesterday, and there's more eating to go today. Welcome to the post-Christmas. Now we're here in the future, here in Melbourne, in Australia, post-Christmas roundup, bit of a chat, a little bit more informal today. Of course, look, if you're watching this live right now on X or YouTube, use the, all right, that's how bloated I am. If you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. It's going to be all your favorite part. But if you're watching live on X or YouTube, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. Post-Christmas roundup, probably a bit of a shorter show. You're all in food comas still. Some of you probably aren't even awake yet, and that's okay. I'm Joe Main. Let's do the synchronized slurp. Is it an alcoholic beverage? Probably not at 9:30 a.m. in the morning, but you never know. It still might be Christmas night, Christmas evening, where you are somewhere in the world, particularly for my regular North American subscribers, my UK subscribers, whatever. Let's do a quick synchronized slurp. It's where you grab a tasty beverage, I grab a tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together to start the day the right way. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, slurp it. I'm not expecting a huge amount of people to watch today. Again, it is December the 26th. It's Boxing Day today here in Melbourne, in Australia. I'm Joe Main. You're like, if you're watching me for the first time, who the hell am I, right? I've been a stacker of precious metals, gold, silver, the whole stacking thing since 2010. I've also been in crypto, stacking Satoshis and other stuff since 2013. So I'm in the crypto and the precious metals world for a long time. I'm bringing those two worlds together because we have a lot more in common than you think we do. And I do this daily live show. Live gold, silver, platinum, Bitcoin, crypto analysis. I also do a topic of the day generally, and we just shoot the breeze with my wonderful Good Morning Stackers family, the GMS crew. So first couple of minutes, we do some shout outs. Again, no major topic to talk about today. I do want your opinion on something, but there's a few people watching. Maybe I'll wait for another day to talk about that, but let's just do some shout outs, people. I want to hear about your Christmas. How was it? What did you eat? What was your favorite part? What did you get? I'll share something that I received from my mother-in-law. It was a lovely little present, and I'll show you that in just a second. But I just wanted to shoot the breeze today because it's a weekday, and I do this every single weekday. I even did a show yesterday on Christmas morning. What did we do yesterday? If you missed out, well, you missed out. But you could hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family or follow me on X, because I did give away, and they haven't sent them yet, but I gave away, and we did the draw yesterday for these two amazing, and there's actually a third one as well, 3 silver coins, actually right here. 1, 2, 3. These silver coins, we did the draw yesterday. So this was to celebrate my receiving over 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So we gave 2 silver coins away for YouTube subscribers, and then I did one for my X followers as well. I've got nearly 3,000 X followers. By the way, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, WealthStack, wealthstack.com. And what I'd really love you to do, my stop loss was triggered. What I really want you to do is head over to x.com, follow me over there. Of course, subscribe to the channel. But really want to follow me over here as well. Would you do that? I am going live right now. I've recently transitioned the channel, the account. I've been having a Twitter account, an X account, since July of 2009. It was all kind of not impersonal, it was all anonymous, right? Recently added my own photo, my real name, all that kind of stuff. It's doing great guns for me. And follow me over there because I go live and you get a lot more stuff from me throughout the day. So throughout the day, you might get a bunch of different posts and whatnot. So it's worth following me over there instead of just this one show, for half an hour. Every day you get to see a lot more of me. And of course, who doesn't want to see a lot more of me? Let's do some shout outs and we'll just shoot the breeze, talk about Christmas, etc. Mark, Florida man. He is from Florida. He is Florida man. Florida man found naked in the street with a flagpole strategically placed. Florida man saves child from burning building. There's always a Florida man. Mark, Florida. You are Florida man, our designated Florida man. How was your Christmas? Let me know. And it's still Christmas evening where you are, so I hope you had a great time. Hazard, GMS, Gerald Draper, Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous New Year. Morning, Stackers, says Ronnie Fiala. Great to see you, mate. Neil's here by the Osmium twins are here. Correct. Hi, that was my first. Ronnie Fiala said that was my first synchronized slurp, and it was strangely satisfying. Yes, that is the whole point of the synchronized slurp. The synchronized slurp, and I'll repeat this many times over, and I said it in the very first episode of my show back when I started it in late May, early June. Why am I doing this, and where does it come from? It's a derivative. It's basically a copy with some modifications of Scott Adams. Scott Adams is a very famous cartoonist in the United States. He created the Dilbert comic. It's an office comedy, office humor-based comic. He's one of the largest cartoonists in the world. Very famous in the 80s and the 90s. Still famous now, but he still does the comic, but for different reasons. He's more famous now. He's a famous hypnotist, and he talks about persuasion. Anyway, he does a daily live show since like 2016, 2015, and he does what he calls the simultaneous sip. And the reason he does it is because it's a bonding tool between himself and his followers. Okay, it's to create a bonding tool. It's to create something that you actually get a tiny little bit addicted to. You get a tiny little dopamine hit when you do it all together. Now, he does the simultaneous sip without the slurp. I've taken that feature, I've run with it, I've copied it, and I think I've improved it personally. So I do the synchronized slurp. I've had the slurp feature. That's that little bit of an audible, just the thing. And it is literally to do the same thing. It is to bond us all together. It is for me to persuade you, to give a little dopamine hit that you just do it every show, every single show. And at some point you're like, oh, I missed the synchronized slurp today, right? That's what I'm trying to do, right? Very deliberate, okay? And thank you to Scott Adams for that. And I'm running with it. And if he ever sees this show, thank you very much. And please don't tell me to stop it. I'll stop it if you ask me, but please don't tell me to stop it because it's working great for me. That's the synchronized slurp. So yes, it is strangely satisfying. Absolutely agree. That's the point. Mark says that was one of my distant cousins. That was one of my distant cousins with the flagpole, not me. Yeah, Mark, Florida man. You all know each other. Right there. What shall we talk about? I don't know. Let's talk about Christmas. Hey. Tell me right now, how was your Christmas? I'll share something that I received. Very, very cool little present. And I had a great day. So, some family came round. Actually saw my side of the family on the 22nd. Caught up with uncle and cousins and whatnot. Actually been a few years since I'd actually done that properly. So it was good to get back to there. We all had Christmas was on the 22nd. We travelled down there, myself and my partner and my couple of kids. And actually they met, because it's been a long time since I've seen them, they actually met my 3-year-old for the first time physically. Okay, so it has been a while because it's not a huge distance apart, but, just life gets in the way. So that was great. And we actually had dinner, had lunch in my grandma's last place that she lived, in the apartment that she lived. Everyone kind of lives very close to each other. The family did down there, and so it was a little bittersweet. She passed in 2019, so it was like a little bittersweet, to be in the apartment that my grandma was last in. And you're like, grandma, what does that matter? Well, family is important, but I was raised by my grandparents, so she's kind of like my mother. As such, so yeah, it was a little bit sweet, but it was great to be there, great to see everyone. And then yesterday we had my partner's side of the family just come over here. They live sort of more locally. Had some other, distant-ish relatives come down from another state, and yeah, it was a great time. A lot of food. I cooked a massive, huge roast lamb. Oh, it was so good. Room temperature. Oh, and if Pete Repeat is here, which he's not, I did sprinkle it in the Celtic sea salt that Pete Repeat sent me. Pete Repeat sent me this silver coin to give away, which it has the person's won. I'll be giving it away. They'll be getting that. He also sent me another silver ounce. And then he sent me a big bag of Celtic sea salt because I've talked about it before. I've never had it before. It's like, thanks, Pete Repeat. So if you're watching later on, mate, thanks for that. And then melted butter, right? And then you just pour it all over the roast lamb. Chuck it in the oven, 150 degrees Celsius. Stick a thermometer thing in there. Wait till it gets to about 65 degrees Celsius. Pull it out. Let it rest for 20 minutes. Oh, so good. And you know, the crispy potatoes and this and that. So we stuffed ourselves at a Black Forest cake. Just absolutely delicious. Tell me, what did you get up to? Did you get some great presents, etc.? Stacker Spud. Speaking of spuds, Stacker Spud. Great to see you. But I'll give some context for this. I'll show you what it is, then I'll give some context. So I've been, actually, I'll just show you. This is what I got from my mother-in-law. It's really, really thoughtful present, okay? Who's that guy? Anyone? Anyone recognize that guy right there? Who be that? That is Bono from U2. And if you look up closely, what you can see is it's actually hand done. Now, I think this is a print of an original, okay? But this was created by hand, and you can actually see here the sort of the profile, the outline, etc. It's actually the lyrics to two of U2's songs. So it's the lyrics to Sunday Bloody Sunday and the lyrics to I still haven't found what I'm looking for, and I'll show you this too. So actually, all my US subscribers recognize this. I've had a lot of these packages in my life. That's the USPS, United States Postal Service thing. So my mother-in-law bought this from the States. And what it is, it's this kid, just regular kid, right here. Right here, it says, let's read this together. It says here, this is, so obviously this kid's father is selling these on, a website. I think it might be even eBay or something like that. But let's read this. It's pretty cool. So this is Aiden, right? Let's quickly read this together. My son Aiden is 13 years old and created this piece, this Bono piece right here. He learned, I'm going to have to read this. He learned how to create this type of art in his middle school art class. I explained to him that when he turns 17 and he gets his driver's license, that I would not be buying him a car. My father said the same thing to me, and I worked my butt off from 13 to 17 to save up for a 1988 Nissan Sentra Sonata, whatever it is. It wasn't a great car, but it was mine, and I earned it, right? That lesson built the foundation of how I looked and valued money. Very interesting, and what it meant to work hard for something. I explained the same thing to my son, and this is what motivated him to create this piece right here. Well, what a great story. Isn't that amazing? So you can see here a little bit up closer on that right-hand side there, it's the teenager's signature, and also it's like number 45 of 50 of those. Great young talent. Isn't that cool? And I love the story that came with that. So that's one of the most, let's see, this piece of art created using the lyrics from Sunday Bloody Sunday, and I still haven't found what I'm looking for. So very cool, hey? A really thoughtful piece. So, and why is this relevant to me? Okay, so I have been an entertainer for 25 years as a lead vocalist. I've done acting and stuff as well, but mainly as I've done a lead vocalist, singer, actor, dancer. I've lived in Japan. I worked as a blues brother in Japan for about a year at Universal Studios theme park. That was fun. I studied musical theatre on Broadway in the early 2000s. That was a very interesting time living in New York and, living the quintessential poor acting student lifestyle. But I've been a lead vocalist in cover bands and whatever, and I've done cruise ships and all that kind of stuff. But now I have my own band, but I'm also in a U2 tribute band. We're called the U2 Show Achtung Baby. So I'm literally a Bono. That's what I do. As part of my other job. I'll do other gigs and stuff in my own band and corporate and wedding stuff and all that, but I'm in a U2 tribute band, so I play this guy very regularly. Every, once, twice, 3, 5 times, 6 times a month. It just depends on the time of year. So that was a really thoughtful present. So I like that. So thanks, mother-in-law. Appreciate it. Good morning, Xmas Stackers. G'day, Knackers O'Reilly. Great to see you. Yes, great young talent. Wasn't that cool? A very cool present indeed. Very thoughtful. So you overdosed on seafood. Oh, okay. So I'm guessing then, Stacker Spud, you're definitely an Aussie stacker, because for my international subscribers, for the people who are like from the States or Canada or whatever like that, of course, it's summer here in Australia. So Christmas is always not always, but it's a lot of barbecues or seafood or that. I'm more stick a bit more traditionally, the roast meat and the potatoes and all that kind of stuff. Damn! I really did get stopped out, and now it's back up again. Damn! I'm trading a little bit of leverage, but just a tiny bit. I said never trade leverage, but I just got stopped out of a thing. But I made about $20 profit. Oh well. I won't tell you what I'm trading at the moment because I don't want to give you financial advice. Let's see. Any more things? That was what I got. That's what I did yesterday. Of course, the kids had a lot of fun. The kids got a couple of scooters, and they've upgraded from the three-wheeled, the two at the front and the one at the back scooter. They've upgraded to the stunt scooters, so they're just the two inline ones. So they're trying to figure that out, and they'll do really well on that eventually. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My Christmas day, and today doing the show. Today is just holiday mode, isn't it? Really, we're just holiday mode. And yeah, let me know. Anyone else want to tell me what you did for Christmas and how it was? Did you receive anything cool? Was it a gift or was it something in more, I don't know, doing actionable stuff? Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope everyone had a great day. We did have a great day. I'd love to see, if Pete Repeat pops on, maybe. Where's Tony been? Hopefully Tony's having a great Christmas. Tony Peterson, chat mum, hasn't been in for a couple of days. Hope you're doing well, Tony. Hope your daughter's cat is also doing well, is on the mend. It's a whole thing just recently. Yeah, I tell you what, this really is going to be a short show, and it's just really to shoot the breeze. Let's take a quick look, though. Let's do it right now. Let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look at the precious metals and Bitcoin, do a little crypto stuff, and then we'll just get out of here, people. Stacker Spud says, waiting for the cricket to start. Of course, the Boxing Day test. I've never been a cricket person, but that's just me. I understand. Although, no, what do you mean I've never been a cricket person? I played cricket when I was younger. When I was 10 years old to like 10, 13 or something, I played cricket competitively. And it was fun. But yeah, I'm not a huge cricket watcher. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, let's go share the screen. We'll take a quick look at, say, gold, etc. There's nothing a lot to share because the gold market is closed, but I'll just reiterate a couple of things from yesterday. We'll take a look at Bitcoin because that market's open all the time. Let me just go here and I'll do that. I don't want to see that thing at the top. That's better. Here's gold. Nothing's changed because it hasn't moved. This is the annoying thing. Let me just do this. I'll do this because it says the market's open, and that's what peed me off yesterday. It's like the market's not open. Ignore that. That's a crypto. Where are we? It keeps saying the market open, but the price hasn't moved. Yeah, okay. So let me actually check. Give me a second. The market's not open, but give me 1 second. I'm just going to check what's the one I need. xe.com? Not xe.com. Kitco. Kitco.markets. Has the price changed? It shouldn't have. Market will open. Yeah, market's closed. Market will open in 13 minutes. Oh, apparently the market will open soon. Okay, good to know. Yeah, we're still at USD. Yeah, still 2,618, 2,619. So this particular one, give me a moment, will... You son of a bee. You are climbing back up, you son of a bitch. Give me 1 second. Right here. I know this is all live, isn't it? Yeah, no, I won't worry about that. Cool. Let me share the screen, people. This is gold. Thanks for your patience. Loving your work. Gold, 2,600. Nothing's changed. I just do feel, though, that when we do open again, properly open, the decision's probably going to be made really quickly. Which direction we go. When everyone gets off holidays, let's say it's the start of next year, okay? Everyone's off holidays, the traders, the this, that's, the others, the big whale investors, all that kind of stuff, it'll start kicking off. So we're just in this weird trading thing. We're not even open. The market's not open at the moment. But as you know, it will make its decision probably very quickly within the first 2 weeks. It probably won't range like this for very long. Probably within the first week of real normal decent trading, when everyone's back and looking to make money or whatever, then it'll make its decision this way or that way. It just needs to hold 2,605 if you want to see the price go up. If you want to see the price go down and you want to load up at lower prices, or your dollar cost averaging in lower, then you want to see it close below 2,605. And then if that does that, I am still 80% sure that we see lower prices from here. What will really confirm that for me is doing that. Boom, 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 shunk, and up and down in between, but kind of basically like that is what will happen. That's my bias at the moment. What will negate that? Closing above, bare minimum closing above this trend line right here, and then definitely closing above the mother of all trend lines, which is the one that goes all the way back to 1980. And as you know, I will not say that any kind of new all-time high for gold is coming anytime soon until we break and close above 2,735. Why is that for my new subscribers? Because it's a Fibonacci level from this high, this recent high, the recent all-time high, and this little dip down here. I still think we dip further, but you will not see a new all-time high in gold until you at least cross right here, the 0.786 level from this high and this low. That is my opinion, and I will stick with it. Some people will think, oh, it's back over 2,693. Oh, we've just closed above. Oh, we've spiked up to here. Look, third, it's matching. 1, 2, 3. Third time's a charm, surely. Nope. You can get faked out here. It needs to close above here. And then once we start closing, I would say closing days, not spiking. Spikes mean shit. It's all about closing. You start closing days above here, then I'll say, oh yeah, no, new all-time high in gold is coming imminently in days and weeks, not months and months and months from now. Good. Got it. That's it. I'm just literally reiterating what I said yesterday. Yeah, so that's gold. My bias is to the downside. Happy to be wrong. Silver, same thing, bias to the downside. We're heading down to at least the top end of the best buy zone, $28, anywhere down to $26. Watch out for this uptrend line right here. That's where you could get into the belly of the best buy zone and find a decent support level. And of course, watch for the fake out spike, which would scare the living shit out of a lot of people, where it does this. It breaks there, breaks 26, and then it goes boop down to the max pain level, right? And then because you're watching this, you won't do this because you're watching me, right? If it spikes down to here, and you're like, oh, remember Joe told me it could spike down to there, and that's actually kind of normal because it's just a breakout and an eventual retest of a downtrend line. I'm not going to panic sell. A lot of other people will panic sell, and I think that would be a 24-hour COVID low-like spike where it just goes boop, boop, and then straight back up. That's just me. I would not be concerned about silver if we do that. That's really bad. Okay, that's not good. Then you'd be talking, I don't know, $20. You'd be talking $20 silver then, okay? I don't think that's happening. That's probably the lowest we're going to go. Could be completely wrong because we don't know where the world's going, and neither do you because you don't have a crystal ball. Neither do I. But dollar cost average is the best way to go, but my bias is to the downside on silver. It needs to crack up at least above 31 and preferably above 32.50 to say, well, 31 to say life is back, and 32.50 to confirm, newer highs are coming soon. Not all-time highs, but getting back up to your all-time high kind of territory. And of course, the previous all-time high in silver is at $50 US, $48.50 US. We're nowhere near there yet. I think in 2025, that's looking very good, but it remains to be seen. Yeah, that's silver. Platinum's hasn't moved. I'm not going to say anything about platinum. Couldn't be bothered. Nothing else has moved. So let's just quickly do Bitcoin because that is the market that is moving. Okay, Bitcoin is a 24-hour thing. Crypto is 24 hours, 7 days a week. It never sleeps. So what are we looking at? Bitcoin. We had that fake out right here. Is that hopefully a full fake out? Look, support, support, support spike, support again, big move. Okay. So far, so good, 98,865 US dollars. This has remained as support, which is good to see. I will not be continuing bullish for Bitcoin until we close above 105,200 US dollars. That is my feel hurdle. It's my final hurdle. New all-time highs coming imminently. You close above there. Again, why is that? It's the 0.618 from the all-time high and this recent low. right there, 0.786, $105,000 roughly, call it that. But we got to close above at least 100,000 first, right? Psychological value, close above there. People go, oh, there's life in the market, good to see. Then you want to watch for the fake out there. We start closing above there, great to see. And we've got to break the purple line. Failed to do it. Spikes mean shit. We've closed at or below this purple trend line. And we at least have to do that to say a continuing bull is happening. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. Cool. Break that. Break here. Then 85,000. Mid 80s is coming. And you do not want to preferably close below $72,000, $73,000. And the uber max pain level where panic sellers would be panic selling because they're panic sellers, the Jeets will be Jeeting at 67,000 US dollars. If you break 73,000 US dollars, that's similar to that silver spike down, which I just showed you before. That is where panic sellers go, oh crap, we've broken here, I'm out, man. And then this level right here is max pain. And this is where people go, I'm out. And then the buyers go, yeah, no thanks, I'll take that. And a quick spike back up. That's me personally. If you break 72, 73,000, hey, it could just ask and fall out of Bitcoin completely. But I think that's max pain. Right about there. And it's based on this level here. And it's just based on knowing that max pain happens. It happens all the time. And it is designed to do it. It is also designed to shake liquidity out of the market, to grab your liquidity. So you would have, for example, you would have a bunch of longs, a bunch of leveraged longs. You'd have people watching this, finding this breakout right here, okay? So they'll be breaking out. So the price, came up to $73,000, $74,000. Then you had this breakout, a retest of 67,000. So that's why I've got it right here. And then at this breakout, a lot of people who've gone long with leverage, meaning they've borrowed money to buy Bitcoin, they've gone long here, right? Now they've ridden this up. Now that's great for them. However, maybe some people haven't taken some profits. And what will happen is if it starts going back down here, right? Now they're in the red again, and now they'll have liquidation areas. Now maybe they bought back up here and their liquidation is a lot lower, but maybe a lot of people are getting liquidated around about here. Maybe they bought up in here and their liquidation price is somewhere below $72,000, $74,000. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, it's people who have gotten in up here and their liquidation is lower, but they've gone, well, what can I reasonably, where do I think that Bitcoin won't go below again, right? Where's my safe level that I can set my liquidation point, and it's never going to get back to there again. A lot of people would be considering $73,000, $74,000, $72,000 roughly. It's like, well, geez, we're up at $100,000. It's not going back to $72,000, $73,000. I'm not going to get liquidated there. Well, what happens is if enough people have done that, the market, whether that's the market manipulators or whether that's just the cosmic, the simulation, goes, oh, really? You don't think you're going to get liquidated there? Sorry, bro. Yes, you are. And then it scares people out. And then you have all these longs being liquidated, and it's just a cascade of market orders. And it goes, bip, 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 bip. All these people get washed out. They lose their cash. And then people down here go, yes, please. And then it just sucks it right back up again. Cool. That's this max pain thing and liquidation of people always happens. It happens on the downside, happens to longs, and it happens to shorts as well. People who go, I'm going to short it down here and, I'm going to make a whole bunch of money. It's going to continue to go down. Then their liquidation area is somewhere higher, and then it gets them. Okay, so max pain always happens. That's what I'm trying to say. So don't be surprised if it ever gets down here because, it might. $67,000. That is that. I'm not saying it's 100% going there, by the way. I'm just saying it's par for course for people to get completely wiped out, okay? And that would be a major area of people getting wiped out at 67K. I'm not saying it's definitely going down there. It's great to see us above here, and let's just remain above there. That would be lovely. Thank you. Anything else I'm looking at? I am in Doge at the moment. I have a position in Doge. So, yeah, I'm happy to keep that position at the moment. If you look on the 4-hour time frame, actually, I'll go back to the daily. On the daily, you've got that big spike down. What do we like? We like big spikes, okay? I like big spikes, and again, not low, right? I like big spikes to the downside. That says the buyers are in control of the market. What do you notice about the Fibonacci? Let me show you the Fibonacci from the old high and the old low. The old high of 75 cents, the old low of about 5 cents. You've got these Fibonacci levels right here. What do you notice? You notice a spike. I know you're getting a little bit of vertigo here. What do you notice? Spike, close at that Fibonacci level of about 31.5 cents. Big spike, close at. Tiny, this is closing around that area. Spike, spike, spike. Support. Okay, so we're remaining above that 31.5 cent level. So far, that's a decent level of support. That's the major areas of support for Doge that we do not want to start closing multiple days below. Then that says maybe lower prices coming. Okay, so far so good. I like the fact that we've gone into extremely undervalued already on the 4-hour time frame. That big spike down there. Okay, that's good. So far, you've got room to move higher on the 4-hour time frame. So a move back up to this next major Fibonacci level of about 39.5, 40 US cents. I could see play out. I'm not saying it's happening, but it wouldn't be surprising. You could still move up on the 4-hour time frame, move up to here. On the daily, however, that's what we need to look at. We've gone pretty low on the relative strength index on the daily time frame. From here, it wouldn't be surprising if we continue up. I'm not saying alt season is back and it's all going great guns from here, but you don't always get into extremely undervalued before you have a big move back up again. I'm just saying from here, it's like, well, do you wait for lower prices? Do you wait to get into extremely undervalued? Maybe you have got this big spike, right here. That's a positive sign. Okay, I like that big spike. Maybe you would consider, if you were considering getting into crypto, if you're considering getting into Doge, for example, it is the meme coin of all meme coins. So if you believe that they will continue onwards and upwards for a while, then this might be an area, not financial advice, where you go, well, we had this big spike here. I might get in a little bit and then I'll see where the price goes. If it starts going down further, well, I'm bullish on it longer term. So, I'll wait till it gets into extremely undervalued, get some more. You'll see a spring back eventually, which you will. But from here, it's looking all right, okay? You're getting to this lowish kind of point. You can certainly tick over and do this. On Doge, you can absolutely easily tick over and go into extremely undervalued, which could take the price down. Maybe not down to the spike. It could take you to here and then it fakes you out or something like that. Could take you down to the 22-cent line in the sand. For me, for Doge, that's where you don't want to close below. Okay, closing below 22 is not preferable, and max pain is at 17 cents. That's where people could get liquidated, and then you have that big Bitcoin or silver-like spike, the bloop bloop like that. Max pain is at 17 cents, but around here, yeah. If you want to dollar cost average into Doge, like dollar cost averaging into everything else, not a bad idea. Okay, DCA is the way. Anything else? Ethereum. Yeah, similar thing. It's under a key Fibonacci level. It's under your $3,740 level at the moment. It is trending down. Technically, you could move down further. Okay, you've got what you haven't had yet, out of interest, is a retest of this downtrend line, and there's the uptrend line right there. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but if we do see some further movement down, your rough level of confluence is around about $2,500 US. Can you see that? Definitely not saying it's going there. Okay, I'm just saying if we see a continued move down in the market, you've got an area right here. This uptrend line and this downtrend line comes at around about your $2,500 mark. That would be probably a significant area. And the big line in the sand you don't want to break here is 2,340. That's not good. That signals, even lower prices coming. It would signal kind of like probably bear market for Ethereum and for crypto in general. If Ethereum's going down, then everything else is too. Watch out for 2,500 as your big support level. Okay. Again, not saying it's going there. Hopefully we just go onwards and upwards. GRT, I am back in the graph here. I'm happy to hold that at the moment. I'm not selling at the moment. There's no signs of complete weakness just yet. Render, I'm also in, and we are staying above the $7.40 major Fibonacci level right there. Look on Render. Render's in the AI space, and you can see on Render, you've had this downtrend line, which we had a spike, and then we remained as support, which is good to see. And then so support right there. Look at all those spikes down, but spikes mean shit, right? It's where we closed at. Great to see for Render. Back above, holding as support, that would be perfect. And let's go onwards and upwards from here. That would be great, wouldn't it? So I'm in all of those at the moment, and a smattering of other stuff. So yeah, that's any chart requests. Can I do something? Let's go back here. Final comments, and let's see if there's any chart requests that I can quickly do for you. Let's see, comments. Gerald, Jape, roast pork. Oh, nice! Knackers said, great. Tried out a new air fryer and did lamb roast in it. Super fast and cooked beautifully. I've never done a lamb roast in the air fryer. I'm a big air fryer aficionado. Like, mate, me and an air fryer, best friends. They're the best things ever. But I've never tried the roast lamb. I think I will have to try that. If it does everything pretty well, then I agree. Now, here's the thing with air fryers. Air fryers don't ever do things, in my opinion, you don't get them 100% perfect, but 80% is good enough. So, for example, if I'm cooking a steak, I'd prefer to cook a steak when it's at room temperature, been salted for, at least half an hour, it soaks in, then thick enough, cook it on the pan, 1 minute, 1.5 minutes either side, get the nice crust on it, and then I literally baste it in butter, like a big knob of butter in and all that stuff. I do the whole thing. But that's to cook my steak perfectly, just exactly the way I like it, 100% the way I like it. But an air fryer, when I'm busy, when I don't have time, it gets it there 80 to 90% good enough, and that's good enough, right? Pop a steak in from frozen, salt the frozen steak, pop it in 200 degrees Celsius, 10 minutes, either side, flip 5 minutes through, and it gets it to 80% as good, and that's good enough, right? Love my air fryer. Got to try the lamb roast. That's a good idea. Roast pork in air fryer is amazing. Also, knickers. Oh, that was a happy accident. I won't do that to Knackers. Do we have Knackers' new nickname? No, I won't start calling. Don't start calling Knackers knickers. Okay, guys? Don't do it. Don't start calling Knackers knickers from now on. That is not nice. Don't do it. No, we won't do that. Gerald Draper just popped in to wish Pete, Repeat, Neil, and everyone a Merry Christmas. Thanks, Gerald. Thanks. Half of the Osmium twins is Pete, Repeat in. Resting up for round 2 and thought I would pop in. 5 p.m. Christmas here in Chicago land. Good on you. Chicago land, the Windy City. Chi-Town. By the way, Gerald, what a great... There's been many TV shows about, set in Chicagoland, set in Chi-Town, set in the Windy City. One of the most recent ones, if you haven't watched it, if you're not a TV person, then don't worry, but watch The Bear. Oh, if you haven't watched The Bear, and this is, again, we're talking cooking and food and stuff. Oh my God, The Bear is one of the best TV shows. It's up there for me with Breaking Bad. Okay, we're talking Breaking Bad kind of level goodness. All right, The Bear is just brilliant. It's about a young chef who's up and coming in Chicago, and it really brings it celebrates Chicago as well. It's very much part of the show, just the Chicago thing. So cool. I'd love to visit. I'd have to take my with me probably. David GMS, great to see you. I'm sure we'll use it a lot. The air fryer, yeah, man. Looks like alts are still sitting still at the moment. Yes, altcoins. Hopefully a small pump before the year is out. That would be preferable. Knackers says Doge may pump after the trumpet takes reins in a month. Yep. A lot of people think, first half of January might still be a little bit what's going to happen to number 47? Come January 20th, January 21st, if everything aligns, one of two. Well, it's one of two things. A lot of people could go sigh of relief, and then crypto goes bang, because Trump is very crypto focused, or he's crypto positive, from all his advisors and whatnot. Could be a sell on the news event though. Just bear that in mind. Seems like ETH is not performing as well as people would hope. Yeah, fair point. Space Miner says, GMS, I've always been a Litecoin guy over Bitcoin. I never followed the fork with Bitcoin. Do you have an opinion on that? I haven't been in Litecoin for a very long time. And Litecoin is like XRP for me. Every time just this recent XRP I did all right. But previously, every time I've gotten into Litecoin, I've always missed, let me put it this way, I've always missed the Litecoin pumps. And I've always gotten in too late with the Litecoin pumps, and then sometimes I've lost out. And I don't know why. It's just because it's never on my radar. I don't watch it. It's like, that's Litecoin. It's been around forever. What's his face sold out of all of his Litecoin in 2017. What a baller move. Charlie, I think his name, wasn't it? Charlie, the Litecoin guy? Yeah, Charlie. The guy who started Litecoin, and then just what a top signal though for Litecoin, where the founder just goes, guys, he said something, I'm out of Litecoin, and I got out. He said it for some kind of reason, I want to divest because I don't want to be the face of it, and it was something like that. He was just taking a lot of profits. Anyway, I don't have a huge opinion on Litecoin. I've kind of been burnt from it before. But apparently it's a bit of a canary in the coal mine, I've heard. Barbecue for you, Stacker Spud, great to see. What is the currency today? I don't know what that means, but wipe some baking powder on the meat. Oh, why would I do that? And then at least half then cook. I don't know why would you do baking powder? Bicarb soda is baking powder. Well, bicarb soda and baking powder are slightly different, I think. But why do you do bicarb or baking powder on meat? What's the reasoning for that? Is that to tenderize it? Well, I'd like to know. Let's see, people. Final comments, final queries, or do we have any chart requests? I have time for a quick chart request. If you like, great to see so many people watching. Good morning, Stackers, your week daily live show where we talk about gold, silver, we talk about the stacking community, gold, silver stacking, we talk about crypto stacking as well, stacking Satoshis. We also talk about stacking skills, stacking a whole bunch of things. I was going to ask you guys your guys' opinion on something, but I don't think I probably have enough watches at the moment. It's one of those lulls, post-Christmas, everyone's still maybe with family, you're in food comas, etc. I may wait till tomorrow or maybe Monday to ask my opinion. I have an opinion about, kind of the channel and what I do and all that kind of stuff. It tenderizes the meat. Oh, okay, fair enough. Thank you for that. Final comments, final queries. Do you have any chart requests, whether it's a crypto, a stock, or whatever? Or do you just all want to get out of here because this is getting boring? Tell me. While I do that, I'll quickly just share right now. While you're getting your final comments or your chart requests in, have a quick think about that. Of course, I'll just let you know. Of course, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, the only dealer in Australia where you get free shipping. No other bullion dealer in Australia has ever dared and may never dare to do it. I think they will after they see the model that the Mavericks that Perth Bullion Exchange are. perthbullion.com.au. Great prices, great service, great YouTube content. I'll talk about that in a second as well. And you should buy from them. Have 20 or more items in your shopping cart, a combination of any kind of items. You don't have to buy 20 of one thing. Just mix and match. Great premiums, fantastic range, fantastic premiums, cheap stuff, 20 or more items, you get instant free shipping. It's crazy. perthbullion.com.au. And finally, wealthstack.com. Download it for Android or iPhone. It's an unallocated gold program. If you're not into that, that's fine. Send it to your normie friends and family. Give them the gift of gold that they can save and invest in real physical gold backed one-to-one with real physical metal for spot plus 1%. Come on, man. Now, you're used to paying spot plus 1% for maybe a kilo of gold. Yeah, you'll get it for spot plus 1%. You might even get it for spot plus a little bit less than that. But if you want to buy $10 of gold, physical gold, you're not paying spot plus 1%. You're like spot plus 50% probably, 70% for like $10 of gold, which is actually a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of a gram, right? But you can buy gold for spot plus 1%. Whether you're buying $1 million of gold or $10 worth of gold. Okay. Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. There's lots of other great features. Just go to wealthstack.com. Go to the bottom left-hand corner. Click on the frequently asked questions page and read all the frequently asked questions. And I think you will either want to have a Wealthstack account yourself, or you want to send this to your friends and family to try and wake them up into precious metals. Give them the gateway drug of Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Cool. Final comments, anything like that? And that's it. Yep. Space Miner asks the question, what was your first metal investment? My first metal investment was silver. So I'll quickly tell that story. And Neil's, Neil, all right, I'll take a quick look at that. SFRX, we did take a look at it before. So Neil, I'll take another quick look because what else are we going to do today? But I'll quickly answer this question. What was my first metal investment? It was silver. I've told the story before. In 2010, I had a spare $5,000 to spend. And I went, I don't know, I've never invested in anything before. What do I do? I jumped on YouTube and just started typing in best investments, just that kind of stuff. And there was this, that, and the other, and shares and stocks. And I kept seeing on the side, the recommended things, silver, gold. And I'm like, well, I know what gold is. I know what silver is. But back then I went, you can invest, I knew you could buy gold, but you can invest in silver? What do you mean? What do I do? I buy silver bars and I can buy silver bars. Oh, okay. And what do I do? Do I just sell them back to a refiner? How does that work? Went down the rabbit hole, and then I bought my first. It took me 3 months. By the time I started investigating it to the time I bought, and look, again, hindsight's 2020, I suffer from a bit of analysis paralysis, if you're familiar with that. It's I can spend a lot of time researching something before I actually, pull the pin and actually do it. I'll pull the, what's the word? Pull the lever and actually do it. So silver in that time was around about 17, 18 US dollars per ounce back in 2020, around about August, September of 2010. And then by the time I made my first purchase, it had jumped up to $24, $25 per US per silver ounce. And I bought, everyone makes their mistakes. I wouldn't call it a mistake, but I bought from an international dealer. I didn't know about more local dealers here. So I bought 2 100-ounce bars. So I bought 200 ounces of silver was as my first purchase. Now, I don't have them anymore. I had them for a really long time. It was they were 2 vintage bars. It was a vintage Johnson Matthey 100-ounce bar, that beautiful loaf of bread style cast bar. Oh my God. And I also bought a vintage, I didn't pay the premium for vintage, it was just buyback, but it was old. You could tell it was definitely from the 90s, 80s or 90s. It was an Engelhard bar as well. It was an extruded bar. So it was those sharp edges ones. So I had this beautiful cast bar. It was just floating in my hand. It was so good. And that more robotic thing, Engelhard bar. And they came in the mail. And I tell you, man, when I opened those, far out, I just got that sensation of, that no kind of thing. And particularly, I mean, the Engelhard was nice, but the Johnson Matthey bar, man, it was it was great nick. It was in perfect condition, shiny, this, it was it was like Pulp Fiction, opening the suitcase, that kind of thing. And I just held it in my hand oh my God, this is real money. It was so weighty. And I held them for years and years and years until about a few years ago, and I needed some cash for stuff. And I got rid of them finally. And I was really actually I didn't want to get rid of those, but I did. One day they might come back to me. You never know. Put it out there into the world. That was my first investment, metal investment, silver and those 100-ounce bars. Neil says, my first metal investment was steel in the form of a knife. Ooh, you stole a knife. That's funny. I still have my first 1 kilo bar I purchased back in 2010. Man, I wish I had have kept one of them, but I needed the cash for a used car, I think it was. How much dollars? That's a great silver story. Thanks for sharing with us. I expect the honesty and humility in it. Yeah, no problem. No worries, McFlurries. SFRX. Let's take a quick look at SFRX. We looked at it before. I think it's in my thing. I've forgotten what it was, but we'll quickly have a look. SFRX. Let me just get up the thing here and then we'll get out of here, okay? SFRX. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Neil, that was yesterday's thing. Here it is right here. SFRX. I've forgotten what it's our Seafarer Exploration. Neil, the other day you didn't tell me what they do and what they are and what they do, okay? I really need to know that. But Seafarer Exploration, is it a mining thing? Is it obviously an exploration stock? We did this entire first look at it the other day. Let me get rid of that and I'll just share this on the monthly time frame. So where are we now? We are at just around the line in the sand for me. So that's not good for Seafarer, okay? I'll tell you right now, we had this big downtrend line and I popped in the line in the sand that I really don't want to see it close below. That's at 0.004, 1/4 of 1 cent. Not 1/4, sorry, that's a quarter. Nearly half a cent, okay? This is on the monthly time frame. We are currently below that 4 cent mark, okay? Is it 4 cent? Oh, it's actually technically 4.1, but I'll call it around about there. So where we've spiked down now, what do we say? Spikes mean shit. So look, out of interest for Seafarer Exploration Corp, it spiked down to 0.0033, a big move back up. That's good. It might say the buyers are more in control of the market potentially, but we are below this downtrend line, and that's what I don't want to see. When I made this, when I did the look last time, we hadn't broken this downtrend line. So what I was saying is I wanted to see support, something like that, retest there, and onwards and upwards we go. We are going in the opposite direction at the moment. So far, I have to be bearish for Seafarer Exploration Corp. So while we are below the line in the sand or hovering around it, while we are below this downtrend line, I will say that I am bearish for it at the moment. Could absolutely have a fake out. You would want to see that happen very quickly. Okay, you need to see that fake out and do that thing that we just said that I showed you before. So at the moment, that's your short thing. Bearish until otherwise, proven on Seafarer, right there. What I will say though is bear in mind we haven't closed the month. So if we close the month below there, not good. If we close below here, really preferably not good. We need to close the month above. So we need to go green this month to end the year. Okay, so yeah, bearish at the moment. Cool. Relative strength index, yeah, it still had that massive spike here and potential room to move down. That's all you need to know. I'm bearish for it at the moment. That's Seafarer, SFRX. Final comments and we'll get out of here. Okay. So Seafarer Exploration, they are making equipment that you can use underwater for extracting treasures out from under living reefs. Very interesting. Okay. I do from the price action only and not the fundamentals. I am bearish for the moment. We'll take a look. Yeah, we've got a few days. So remind me, Neil, maybe sometime next month to do it again, and I'll take a quick look. Stacker Spud, what's the difference between your purchase cost and current value on that bar? So he's asking how much have you made? Okay. I'll wait till you answer that, and then we'll get out of here. Stacker Spud. Goodbye, says Neil's Han Dynasty on Seafarer Exploration. You could be absolutely correct. Yep, you could be right. Could be a perfect buying opportunity. Personally, I've got to wait for confirmation of at least getting over there to see signs of strength for it. But hey, I love the conviction and it might be a great buy. You never know. But not financial advice. Yeah. I'll wait till you answer that question and then we'll get out of here. Stacker Spud, can you answer that question? And then we'll get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, any more comments or queries? No, I didn't think I'd be doing an hour. Actually, I've received a message from my partner going, hey, darling, we've already gone. We've already left. We've left the house. I'm not hearing kids screaming. So let me read that message, by the way. We have got, yeah, okay, they've left. All right, fair enough. Purchased for $600. 1 kilo of silver purchased for $600. Now that would be Australian dollars as well, I think too. Are we still going live? Yes, we are. Purchased for 600 Australian dollars. That is fantastic. Now we're at like 1,400 Australian dollars for a kilo of silver. So more than doubled. You've done a great job there, Stacker Spud. Well done, mate. Good stuff. You're in it for the long term. Fundamentals are good on SFRX in your opinion. Fantastic. Sounds great. All right, people, that has been Good Morning Stackers for Boxing Day, December the 26th, 2024. You get another show tomorrow. Why? Because we do a daily live show. I even did a show on Christmas Day. That's how committed I am to you, my wonderful GMS stackers. And hey, New Year's Day is going to fall on a weekday. You might even get a New Year's Day show from me. You never know. What else am I going to do? Sleep in? No. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family where we talk live gold, silver, platinum, Bitcoin, crypto analysis. We do a topic of the day normally, and we shoot the breeze with my wonderful GMS family. All the shout outs, including the final synchronized slurp. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dance it out. That has been
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab It.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronize.
3, 2, 1.
Now we're on
Slurp
the
it, people.
move. Good
Woo!
morning,
Oh, yeah.
Hope you had a great Christmas. Merry Boxing Day. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking, and I will see you all tomorrow morning. See ya.